LP Master 6, and welcome to my SNES Classic. Last time on the channel that we played the SNES Classic, at least, was Earthbound, my favorite game of all time, which I played through with my lovely wife. Last time actually on the channel as a whole was Mario's Early Years Fun with Numbers, which wasn't so fun and was not good enough to get on the SNES Classic, of course. But we will be playing Kirby's Dream Course, a step to the left here, because the American release order is different from actual release order, which is what we go by on this channel. Because in case you've never seen me before, I'm LP Master 6, and I'm Let's Playing in release order every game relevant to the original Super Smash Bros. Thus far, including the Mario series, the Donkey Kong series, the Legend of Zelda series, the Metroid series, the Yoshi series, the Kirby series, the Star Fox series, the Earthbound series, and the F-Zero series. Woo! I can still do it in one breath. I'm not pathetic. Okay, let's get right into Kirby's Dream Course, developed by Nintendo and mostly HAL Laboratory, of course, the creators of Kirby. I love this artwork because it's still classic Kirby, you know, but he's still slowly getting more modernized. This is only the fourth Kirby game after all. Oops, I wanted to let the demo play out. How do I do that? I guess we're not seeing the demo. Sorry, guys. But yeah, this is the second Kirby spin-off after Kirby's Pinball Land. And the Japanese game has an introduction with a song that's still in the game's files in every release, but with a story and everything, but I guess we're not going to see that. I don't know why they took it out, but I'll tell you the story in a minute. I was going to show these, and I did already try this, and I didn't get into the gameplay itself until 22 minutes into the video, so we will not be showing you the tutorials. I'll be going over things as we see them, which I think is a good way to do it. Let's get right into one-player game, because there is multiplayer. It's the first Kirby game with multiplayer, and from the looks of it, it is very fun. We will be seeing that later in the playthrough, and I did delete all my save data. And you actually have to draw your name. So let's see how this turns out. We're going to go with L. P. Okay, this is killing me. No, that's not what I wanted. How do I erase? Okay, well, I guess that's not an eraser. I guess that clears the whole thing. Good to know. Alright, let's try this again. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to fit Master 6, so that's okay, because my name's stupid anyway. Ooh, look how fancy that looks. Ugh, okay, that's good enough. You can add stickers with L and R if you want. Should we add a sticker? No, I feel like that'll erase our name writing. Is that a sticker, or is that what you use for your icon in case you don't want to draw? I don't know, honestly. It's not worth trying. It took me forever to draw that as it is. So, there are 8 dream courses, I guess you could call them. And in case you haven't figured it out, this is a mini golf game starring Kirby. Now, I do have a reputation on my channel of playing through a bunch of old NES golf games that had Mario in them, and Luigi sometimes. But this is quite different. There are no Mario golf games on the SNES. So we are using this mini golf game instead, which is honestly a lot more fun. I'm still burned out on all the NES golf games I did. So basically, you can press down to see what your full angle is going to end up being. I'm not very good at this game, by the way. I will be treating this like... I said before, I'm 100%ing every game I do on this channel, except for some sports games, most sports games, honestly, and puzzle games. This is no exception. I'm not good at this game. So I won't be completing it, as in getting all the medals, which is basically just getting a high score, honestly. You can press A to make Kirby go faster? That's not what I'm trying to say. Extend his duration a little bit, I guess. This is pretty useful. Let's see if we can get this a hole into the back of the box, I think. No, maybe not the back of the box, but a guidebook. Yes, holding 2, albatross, eagle, whatever it's called. I don't. There's no par exactly. There's a health system, but as I was gonna say, the 20th anniversary Kirby book says that a hole-in-one is possible on every hole in this game. That is most likely a lie, because not even a TAS, a tool-assisted speedrun, that is frame perfect can get a hole-in-one on every hole. Almost every hole, but not every hole. So basically the goal is to kill all the enemies, and the last enemy will turn into the hole, or the cup, as it's officially called. And then you just got to get Kirby into it. But as you can see, that tomato down there is flashing. And I feel like this is the only appearance of a regular non-Maxim tomato in the Kirby series. I guess I could go to Wick Kirby to find that out. Is that another hole in 2? I'm improving already. My phone keeps going off. It's very distracting. I apologize, guys, for getting distracted here. All unprofessionally. But... see, I got way too distracted. What was I saying? So, the tomatoes. Yes. When you hit Kirby, one shot gets rid of 1 tomato, right? Well, when you kill an enemy... No, 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 no! Oh, God. When you get kill an enemy, you get a tomato out of it. You can have a maximum of 4 tomatoes. I said maximum because maximum tomato. Haha, you get it. It wasn't on purpose, I swear. Please, please. No, not again. Not again. Please, please! I told you I wasn't very good at this game. And there is a life system. Also, every time you go in the cup, you get a tomato. Can we stop explaining the tomato system, please? Because I'm clearly not doing it very well. Well, we made up for our 2 holes in 2. I can get a hole-in-one on a few holes in this. But there are 8 courses. That's not a spoiler. If you go into the rankings menu, you'll see that. And each one has 8 holes. So that's... oh, oops. I always do this. Oh, I thought Agordo took away 2 tomatoes. I guess he only takes away 1, which is much nicer. Okay. We can do this. Do you guys believe in me? I believe in me. I really don't. Oh my god. I can't believe it. I can't believe I did it. Look at me patting myself on the back, and we're only in the first course. Woohoo! Go me! So, development of this game. This game started development in 1992 as a Specialty Shot. And after the success of Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy, they decided to get rid of the original characters in the game and replace them with Kirby characters, which was a smart move. That's why there's some characters in this game that are only seen in Kirby's Dream Land and this game, and they never come back otherwise. I only know of one specifically off the top of my head, but we'll see him in a minute. If we haven't already, I don't think we have. Those Moai head guys I can never remember the name of. They're in like every game, but they're like easily the most common enemy in this game for some reason. I'd love to point out the music and the graphics, by the way. Oh my god, Hirokazu and Ando, the main composer, I think, for the Kirby series, did this game. And, oh my god, all the tracks are great. I've listened to the soundtrack several times. It's one of those where it's an understatedly really good soundtrack. I feel like that way about all of the Kirby series, though, because I'm never like, yeah, I want to play Kirby. I'm like, ooh, I'm playing Kirby, you know, big difference there. I was going to show a hole-in-one on this one, but I guess not. I failed. But this is the Parasol Ability. This is what sets the game apart from regular golf and mini-golf games. Kirby's copy abilities from Copy Adventure. Kirby's Adventure, not Copy Adventure. That sounds boring. So I guess you'll kind of learn by watching what each one does. You can see it in those demo play things. But like I said, 22 minutes. I tried that in a previous run where I actually did a couple hours worth of videos and realized they suck. But it all started with 22 minutes of just me talking over the tutorials. Not talking about them or anything either. You can actually go through water or bounce on it if you're good enough. But I, like I said several times, am not. So water hazards are really dangerous here. Yes, yes. Oh, and see, we barely made it at full force. The parasol is good for if you're going too fast. You can... Well, I didn't show it off there because I thought we were going to make it in the hole. You can use parasol to float gently in the hole if you're going to go over it. Though it is a little difficult. I also love the isometric viewpoint. It reminds me of this game I had as a kid. I still have it, actually, for like Windows 98. It's like something Davidson's Kid Cad. And I only remember his last name was Davidson because when I was in elementary school, my best friend's last name was Davidson. So I thought that was cool. And I don't remember the game at all, but it had checkerboard isometric views. And, you know, it was a PC game in the early 90s, probably. Just called Kid Cad. C-A-D. I don't remember anything about it. It was very rudimentary graphically, but at the time it amazed me. I remember that very well. I may have done something dumb. Oh? Oh? Don't warp, don't warp, don't warp. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Very nice. Also, Wispy Woods can be destroyed with the Spark ability, which we will be seeing. We will also be seeing Kracko. And of course, Gordos, as usual, cannot be destroyed. But Kracko can also be destroyed by Spark. Oh, is that it? It was. Okay. I love the end of hole music, too. Very nice. We did it! We got a bronze medal! So I will be cheating in this game. I know. I'm not completing it, now I'm cheating it. The only way to really complete it is to get medals. And if you beat the best score, you'll get a gold medal. There's also silver medals. Actually, they might be different numbers. I don't think it's just beating the best score. Here's the generic scores. Because I deleted my save data. I haven't played this very much on the SNES Classic, because I was very bad at it when the SNES Classic first came out. Then I started playing it on the Switch a lot to practice for this. In about December, today is February 15th, 2022, the day after Valentine's Day. I guess I'll talk about that in a little bit. But you guys are seeing this in early to mid-March, because I'm so far ahead with the Earthbound stuff. So I got several topics going on at once. Let's get back to the development here. In development, this game was referred to as Kirby's T-Shot, and then eventually its Japanese title became Kirby Bowl or Kirby Ball. I read it on Wikipedia as Bowl, but it can be translated either way. Kirby says Ball, which makes way more sense. That's cuter too, because it implies it's its own sport. But Kirby Bowl just makes it seem like they don't know what bowling is. And the Japanese do know what bowling is. So, don't worry about that. Bowling was a huge fad in the late 60s in Japan, before golf became the big thing. And trust me, I've seen plenty of golf. Still can't play NES golf. Still. Finally, here's that Spark ability. Ooh, yes. There's a nice super shot for you. The Spark ability. That's Mr. P-Umpkin. This enemy only appears in the extra game, or hard mode, or whatever you want to call it, of Kirby's Dream Land. And right here. With a name like that, though, I'm really sad he doesn't come back more often. Or ever again, I mean to say. Special T-Shot was actually released on the Satellaview, Japan only, of course, in 1996. And it's completely different than the original prototype, which I do believe leaked at some point. Oh, I don't know why I sparked. Actually, I do. Because it always looks like the Stone ability, which lets you stop over a hole, and it's very nice, very useful. These courses are designed pretty geniusly. Whenever you die, you lose your copy ability. But if you can carry them from hole to hole, and it's often, you know, the way you're intended to play to get a good score without dying. I find it very interesting and very fun that you can actually die. It's another one that's easy to get a hole-in-one on, but I always screw it up. It's very interesting that, you know, there's a life and health system instead of par. It's so good. The backgrounds are so good. I see why this game has pretty much a cult following. Because I knew you know, it was popular enough to get on the SNES Classic, and I tried it when the SNES Classic first came out. Was this a mistake? Please don't let this have been a mistake. You can use more than one ability at once, and this is wheel. Once we hit the border here, yes, it will bring us back to our usual self. Please, hole in one, hole in one, hole in one. We did it. We get fireworks and everything and a 1-up, and it's beautiful. And we get to carry that 1-up over, if we don't die, to course 3. If you do end up with 1 or 0 extra lives, because there is a 0 in this game, don't worry, it will start you off at the next course on 2. And I think if you reset the game, it resets to 2. But once I get my first game over, which will probably be at the end of course 3, as it always is, anytime I've ever practiced, because I've only played all the way through this game once, and that was on my Switch with plenty of rewinding. And then I tried to play it again a few days ago to get some more recent practice in without rewinding at all. But God, I realized I'm never going to be good enough. I mean, I've played so many NES golf games, and I'm still not good at all, really, at golf games. So, you know, we're still going to have fun with it. It's still going to be all right. You know, I'm having a blast right now, but I don't want to have to get a game over and over and over and sit here recording for hours getting grumpy and boring just because I'm so bad at a game when, you know, it's technically a sports game. You know, that's not what this is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about fun. This is one of those relaxing... This game is just so perfect to watch or play at night. I love it. It's so relaxing. I can't see. You can press Y or hold down Y and move around to see. But the isometric view makes it kind of difficult to see if I'm actually lining up with the enemy. There's several mechanics I haven't shown off in the slightest yet, but we'll... Oh, oops, wrong button. Just pressing Y for the ability when it's B. I don't like to talk about the first take much, but I didn't explain the game very much because the tutorial did it for me. But it just took 22 minutes, and I said everything I had to say by that point. Also, I forgot to mention this in my Earthbound Let's Play, which I forgot to mention a good few things. That game is so full of stuff to talk about. This sprite of Kirby, this in-game field sprite of Kirby, is in Earthbound, in the debug menu. Oh god, please, please, yes. Yes, excellent. Oh, actually, here, I'll show you. This font is also in Earthbound, so if you see a collection of Earthbound fonts, which I did use to edit the videos, the Kirby's Dream Course font is in there as the debug. Come on! That's going to be happening a lot throughout this game. But these games were in development by the same programmers at the same time, so it makes sense. You know, of course, Earthbound took a good bit longer, but this actually, you know, 2 years. That's a high development cycle for a game in the early 90s. This is when they started to take games really seriously. And you can tell, this is Kirby's first SNES appearance. You know, which is weird because it's so late. It's in 94. Sorry, I was scratching my ear. But I think it turned out pretty well. Did I already mention this is the first Kirby game with multiplayer? We will be seeing that with my friend Grant James later. His first solo appearance on this channel with me. As in, solo, without another guest also being there, is what I mean. Because it's not just going to be him doing the multiplayer. That'd be a little counterproductive. I was going to get my buddy Galen to do it. Oh my god, 2 holes in one video? One course even? That's nice. That's very nice. We get to carry 4 lives over. Jeez. But Galen wouldn't have enjoyed it as much because he doesn't really know Kirby or golf that well. Though he likes the occasional golf game. Then I was going to ask my best friend since, you know, like 4th grade, David, who lives 4 minutes from my house, to do it with me because he still hasn't been on the channel. I've never gotten a silver medal before. I tied the best score or beat it. Oh my god. I swear I haven't cheated yet. All the practice has paid off beautifully. Oh man, I did tie it. Okay. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. You unlock different stuff for the extra game, the more medals you get, by the way. Which the extra game is different, all new courses, I believe. 8 whole new ones, but you unlock more the more medals you get. And also, if you get at least a bronze medal in all 8 courses, in single player, you unlock extra game courses for multiplayer, which, you know, again, not going to be showing, but, you know, Grant really wanted to do something, and he is very worthy of a golf game. This has been LP Master 6 with part 1 of Kirby's Dream Course. So we will see you next time for Course 3. I'm LP Master 6.